What's up, Pack Nation? It is Pack here. In today's video, I'm doing the 6th roster update of NBA 2K20. I wanted to talk about that in today's video, go team by team and talk about the most important ratings. A lot of these teams got like really minor changes and barely anyone was changed, so just expect this to be kind of like a smaller roster update. Before this video starts, I want to say, first of all, thank you guys. For a while, we were at 75% of viewers who are watching these videos weren't subscribed. Now we're at 57% or 58%. So it's actually been decreasing a lot, which means more of you guys are subscribing, which means y'all are awesome OGs. And let's keep this up. I'd like to get a 50%. That'd be pretty sweet. Let's try that out. Now let's get this video started with the Philadelphia 76ers as always. First off, Ben Simmons +1. The reason why I get to +1, and honestly, he might even need to get more. His stats, I don't really think are changing that much. He's actually averaging more assists than last year. But the thing that matters more than anything is that Joel Embiid was missing a couple games from injury, and Ben Simmons stepped up and for almost every single game was either the leading scorer or probably the best player on the team every single one of those games, and they were winning a good amount of those games too. So he really was able to carry this team even without Joel Embiid, and that's why he got an upgrade for this team. For the Bucks, the only change is Ersan Ilyasova. Like, nobody changed at all. I thought they could have increased Chris Middleton because Chris Middleton just got like a 49-point game, I think, or almost a 50-point game. Yeah, he got like a 51-point game. That was probably honoring Kobe because I was like, I don't know if that was the day or the day after. I feel like he could have got at least a +1 or even +2 upgrade, but he stays at the same. The only upgrade they got was Ersan Ilyasova, which was -1. The next team was the Chicago Bulls, and that is Zach LaVine +1. Zach LaVine is actually, so this team's actually been winning a lot more games lately, and they're trying to make a playoff push. There's a team that right now is the AC, which we'll talk about in a second, that's kind of fallen down, and the Bulls might sneak a playoff run, and Zach LaVine has been the reason. 25 points a game. That's actually a lot, man. That's crazy. 5 rebounds, 4 assists, and he's doing much better than last year. Maybe the field goal percentage is a little worse, but still, I mean, 25 points a game is somehow even better than last year, and last year was really good too. Lauri Markkanen goes down 1 to an 80 overall. He's been kind of teeter-tottering, 81, 80. He's going to be fine. Again, he's only 22 years old. He's kind of battling injury here and there. I mean, 15 points a game on pretty bad field goal percentage for a power forward, but his 3-point field goal percentage is pretty good. I feel like he'll be fine. He just needs to stay healthy and he'll be fine. Thaddeus Young also goes +1 from a 75 to a 76. The next team is the Cleveland Cavaliers. The only change is Dante Exum from a 76 to a 74. Another player is kind of like teeter-tottering, 75. When he was traded to the Cavs from the Jazz, he got an immediate increase to 76, and then he goes back down to 74. He's averaging almost 4.3 points per game, 1.7 rebounds, 1 assist on pretty decent field goal percentage. Not playing a lot of minutes, I'm assuming, only 13, almost 14 minutes a game. Yeah, he's just doing okay for the team. This team's not really doing great, so not really a lot of changes for them. For the Boston Celtics, Gordon Hayward -1. I mean, can I be real with you guys? In my opinion, I thought he shouldn't have gotten a downgrade. I feel like he's been doing fine. His consistency may not be there, but it's way better than last year's. And I feel like if anything, the past couple of games, he's been pretty okay. So I feel like he should have stayed at an 83, but they downgraded him to an 82. If anything, he's had a pretty good comeback from a pretty nasty injury, having a bad season to now averaging 17 a game. Really good field goal percentage, like 52% is really, really good, guys. 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Like, he's been doing a really good job, and if anything, we should praise him. Daniel Theis goes +1 from a 79 to an 80, joining the 80 overall club for the first time in his career. Now that Al Horford isn't on the team anymore, he's kind of had to like fill that void. He doesn't play make very well, but he's a good defender, gets rebounds, gets points, and is the starting center for the team. 80 overall for Daniel Theis. For the Clippers, believe it or not, no change at all. Not a single person got a rating change for this team. You could argue Kawhi Leonard deserves one. He has been, what is he doing? 27.4 points per game, which is ridiculous. On 5 assists a game. For a dude that everybody complained that he wasn't a really good playmaker, 5 assists a game is really, really good for him. And he's obviously one of, if not the best perimeter defender in the NBA right now. I think he should be a 97 overall. I think he's back in the MVP conversation, but that's just my opinion. For the Grizzlies, Jaren Jackson Jr. goes +1. Now Tyler Valanciunas, and then also Dylan Brooks +1 as well. Yeah, everybody on this team deserves upgrades in my opinion. They have been winning and winning and winning, and now they're in a playoff spot. And if they continue this, Ja Morant's already obviously rookie of the year For a team that had zero business playing in the playoffs, they have been winning a lot of games, and he has been the reason. He's like really the only change on this team, and Brandon Clark. And yet they've been in a new situation and winning games. It's crazy. For the Atlanta Hawks, Jeff Teague, -2. I actually am pretty surprised he was an 82 overall. Now he's an 80. He was traded to the Hawks now, so he's the backup for Trae Young. 12.1 points per game, 6 assists. Pretty decent field goal percentage, all around decent player, but 80 overall is probably where he should be. For the Miami Heat, the only change is Kelly Olynyk. For the most part, he's a little worse than last year, but he's been fine. An upgrade for him is fine. There's not really a lot of changes going on with his team. If anything, they've actually been kind of losing lately. So I wouldn't be surprised if some downgrades were going to happen, but nope, it's just Kelly Olynyk +1. For the Hornets, Devontae Graham goes -1, and Cody Zeller also goes -1. Devontae Graham was the best player on this team, and I feel like now it's kind of been Terry Rozier. I do feel like Devontae Graham has been kind of slowing down, and look at that field goal percentage. It's actually terrible. I feel like Terry Rozier, at least they should be at the same rating at this point of the career. I mean, Devontae Graham's been doing good, don't get me wrong, but just the team's been losing, and he has been slowing down, so I expect a downgrade rating-wise for him. Cody Zeller also goes -1. He could have stayed at 80 if he really wanted to, but I feel like 79 is fine. For the Jazz, Rudy Gobert +1, and now Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert are tied for best player on the team. I still believe it's Donovan Mitchell, but Rudy Gobert has been having himself a good month. Still 16 points a game, almost 15 rebounds, 2 blocks on really good field goal percentage. So Rudy Gobert is obviously the anchor for this team. He's been around longer, but I still believe Donovan Mitchell's at least a little better, in my opinion. For the Kings, even though they've been losing, Nemanja Bjelica keeps rising. +1 for him from an 80 to an 81. Yeah, man, I mean, he's been increasing, and that's really it for this team. They've been losing, so they're kind of not much has been going on with this team. Also, Marvin Bagley III goes -1. I mean, to be fair, he was injured, and he's still kind of injured, so he's kind of trying to get back into that groove for the season, but he's not been playing as well as he was last year, from my understanding. Yeah, just a little worse. For the Knicks, Marcus Morris -1, Julius Randle +1, so they switched spots, and I agree, Julius Randle has been consistently doing good for the past couple months. About getting like 20 points per game every single game this year. I think now he's been our best player, even better than Mitchell Robinson, in my opinion. I feel like he should be the best player on the team. For the Lakers, Dwight Howard +1, back to an 81 overall. He is the 3rd best player on this Lakers team, which I have favorites to win the NBA championship. And it kind of makes it look weird, huh? Because it's like LeBron and Anthony Davis, and then everybody else is just kind of okay, like eh. Kyle Kuzma also goes +2 from a 76 to a 78. There he goes, kind of coming back to where he needs to. I mean, last year he was averaging 19 a game. Now he's only averaging 13. And I understand it's because probably less minutes and also less touches, and the role he's playing is a lot less. But still, he needs to do a little better. For the Magic, Nikola Vucevic goes -1. The team's still doing fine. They're still in a playoff situation, so I don't think they really care. For the Dallas Mavericks, Kristaps Porzingis goes -1. You know, I usually would have said yes, but I actually disagree this time. Whenever Luka Doncic doesn't play, he really does step up, and I feel like he just has a lower rating when Luka's playing, but I do feel like he's a good player, and his role just changes. I still feel like he's a good player. I feel like he should stay at 85 in my opinion. Also, remember that now they have Willie Cauley-Stein on the team as well. We'll see how good he does with the team in some time, but yeah, they added him. I think that's a good piece to add. They literally lost, where is he, Dwight Powell? Yeah, they lost Dwight Powell, so that's a good pickup for them. Now for the Nets, this is the 8th seed of the East right now, and they might get passed by the Bulls, and they might not make the playoffs this year with Kyrie Irving, and that's because Spencer Dinwiddie obviously goes down 1 because Kyrie Irving is now on the team, and then Jared Allen also goes down 1. This team has not been winning games lately, and it's kind of because of Kyrie. I'm not saying it's because of Kyrie, but it's kind of because of Kyrie. For the Nuggets, Michael Porter Jr. +2 from a 79 to an 81. Man, I called this dude when I saw him in the rookie class. I was like, this guy looks like a winner. Like, you can just tell he looks like a baller. And I've been right. He's been very, very good. At the moment, he's the 3rd best player on the Nuggets, but not really because Jamal Murray is not playing right now. But he could pass Paul Millsap, and that would make him the 3rd best player on the team. I mean, he's been ridiculous scoring-wise. It only says 7.7 points per game on really good efficiency, but it's only because he's playing 13.6 minutes a game. He's been starting a couple games, and he's been very good in those games. His per 36, which I know people hate, but 20 points a game on 11 rebounds on great efficiency is pretty good for a per 36. For the Pacers, remember, Victor Oladipo returns today, so that's why he's not injured anymore. And then Malcolm Brogdon -1. I feel like he should have just stayed there. We'll see how they play together. But yeah, this should be an interesting team. I mean, they're already winning without Oladipo. They might start winning even more with him. For the Pelicans, Zion +1, and I feel like that's good for him. I mean, he's averaging 18 points a game, 8 rebounds, which is very good stats on great efficiency, and his 3-point field goal percentage is stupid because he hit like 4 threes in a row. He's been fantastic so far and is exactly where you expect. He could have a higher rating pretty soon, but at the moment, 82 overall. For the Pistons, -2 Andre Drummond. I'm gonna kind of chew him out here for a second. So he goes -2. The Detroit Pistons have the talent to be a playoff team. I'm gonna give him a pass for a second. Reggie Jackson has missed most of the season. Blake Griffin is like beyond hurt. Like, I'm not even gonna be surprised if his career ends soon because this guy is always hurt. Like, it's insane. And he's just been terrible this year compared to last year. Luke Kennard just got injured. So I understand that situations have been happening. It hasn't been great, but let's be real here. Derrick Rose has been awesome this year, okay? Reggie Jackson, you have him now. Luke Kennard has been having himself a very good season. Christian Wood's been having a good season. Your bench is not bad. Langston Galloway, Bruce Brown, Thon Maker, Markieff Morris, Tim Frazier. Like, there's good people on this bench. Tony Snow, who was a starter last year. Like, there's good players on this bench. You are the best player on this team. You are probably the best rebounder in the league. You average 17 a game. You have good efficiency. You even play great defense. But you're not winning. You aren't a guy that's taking over games and winning games, and this team needs you to be that guy, because if not, y'all are never going to touch the playoffs, and if y'all do, y'all are going to get swept. You need to change your game or something, because they are just not winning, and you have the talent. Andre Drummond needs to step up. For the Raptors, we do this every single roster update. We say Kyle Lowry has gone up 1 or down 1. This time, he went up 1. It's tradition. He just changes every single roster update by 1. It's kind of funny. For the Rockets, Russell Westbrook goes +1. For the past couple weeks, Russell Westbrook was outplaying James Harden, so he absolutely deserves that. I mean, he's averaging 26 a game, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Better field goal percentage than last year. His 3-point field goal percentage is terrible. He just needs to stop shooting threes. But field goal percentage-wise, he's been pretty good, better than usual. So I think that Russell Westbrook is doing a very, very good job. Everyone said how these two can't work out together, but I feel like they've been doing a pretty good job. Also, Eric Gordon, who got 50 points the other day, goes +3. He did it for Kobe. So from 75 to 78, he has been very good. And that was because I think Russell Westbrook and James Harden weren't playing, and he got 50 points. For the Spurs, LaMarcus Aldridge, -1. DeMar DeRozan, +1. Now, DeMar DeRozan is the best player on the team, which is accurate. Also, Derek White goes +1, while Rudy Gay goes -1. I've been saying that Derek White and Dejounte Murray are the tied for the 3rd best player on the team, with Rudy Gay being the 5th. He's been the 3rd best player on the team for a while. At the end of the day, this is another team like the Pistons where they have the talent and they're just not winning, and it's frustrating because they could be a playoff team and they're just not. For the Suns, DeAndre Ayton goes +1, not 18 points a game, 12 rebounds, 1.4 blocks, good efficiency. He's a very good player. For the Thunder, Danilo Gallinari +1, as he deserves, and so does Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Both of them deserve +1s. This team has been winning games, and everybody's been doing a good job for this team. Andrew Wiggins -2. I remember when I was starting the season off by praising him about how good he's been doing this year, and now he's been doing terrible. So there goes that. Yeah, he started the season off like 24, 25 points a game. I was at like 22.9. But yeah, they're just not. I mean, that's weird. 82 overall, he's averaging 23 points a game. It's so weird. Damian Lillard +1. He's been actually going insane lately. I think he's been averaging like a ridiculous amount of points in the past couple, like this past month, like 40 a game or something stupid like that, or 38 a game. He's been insane. Draymond Green -1, leaves the 80 overall club for the first time since I can remember. And I disagree. I feel like he's been doing fine. Just the team doesn't have talent. They're not gonna win, but he's still getting his like 8 points, 8 assists, 8 rebounds a game, which is fine. And he's a great defender, so I feel like he should have just stayed at 80 overall, but 79, I guess. And finally, the last one is Isaiah Thomas, -1. Now the same rating with Ish Smith, 12 points a game. Yeah, not been playing great. His field goal percentage is fine. It's not great. His 3-point field goal percentage is really good. But at the end of the day, there's just a team that's not winning, and he's not been doing great either. But that's it for this roster update, guys. Do you guys agree with 2K or disagree? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like my channel, give it a sub. And I'll see you guys next time.